Awesome. Hey, everybody. We are live, and I want to welcome you to this big reveal. Some of you may have seen this all over Facebook. You might have gotten an email. My name is Tracy Reuter, and I am just going to kick this night off with an incredible panel of people. And I just want to welcome you. We are so glad you're here. This is the Live Happy Secret project finally revealed. There's been a few of us that have been working behind the scenes over the last several weeks, maybe a little longer, and we're super excited to finally, come out into the public about this incredible, incredible project that I believe is going to help you to live happy in so many different ways, not just financially, but mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, every single way you can possibly imagine. So we're honored you're here tonight, and we're going to honor your time, and forgive us for being a couple minutes late, but as usual, whenever you're dealing with technology, there's sometimes technology problems. So here we are, and we're thrilled to have you. So again, my name is Tracy Reuter, and what I want to do is I want to introduce our guest tonight before we bring on our special guest. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to bring out, if you have ever seen us on, whether it's our podcast or our live events every Tuesday and Thursday with the Social Media Marketing Happy Hour, I would not be where I am today without my amazing co-host, the one and only Dawn Mars Ortiz. So Dawn, come on and say hi to everybody.
Hey everybody, what is up? I'm so excited to be here, and yeah, if you have seen anything that's been going on online, there's been quite a bit of buzz. We've got, we've been working behind the scenes, so we've had a lot of momentum just like quietly building, and tonight is finally the big reveal. I'm really excited because we've got Danny here, and we've got our special guest millionaires who are going to be presenting to you. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. All of us who've been on this panel, we've got a lot of experience in network marketing and a lot of experience in the industry. And the last couple of years, what we've really noticed, and like you guys can leave this in the comments feed if you're feeling this, is that it's just been crazy what's been happening in the internet with all of the shiny objects and the bouncing from company to company. And if you have been dealing with that in your business, that it's just been up and down and like a roller coaster, would you just leave that? Would you just share that in the comments for us? Because I don't know about you, but I have sure felt like that the last couple of years. Every single thing that I had joined, I thought that I had found the thing. I thought I had found it, and all these companies had their great merits, but what I kept finding was that they just had this ugly underbelly, and there were shady people, and I wasn't home, and I had to admit that several times, and it's crushing, right? Because it's not just about us. We've got teams that we have to support. We've got people that we care about that we've brought in, and it's devastating to have to explain that to people every couple of years or every few months. And so I don't know how you feel about it, but if you're sick of it like I'm sick of it, can you just put that in the comments? Give me an amen or something, because I'm done with all that. I'm done with that, and that's what this project is about. So I'd like to introduce my amazing, awesome friend, Dan McCall, who is an awesome leader in this industry. Really cool guy who does amazing things everywhere that he goes. And Dan, let me just pull you out, buddy, because you've got a lot of things that you could say.
Sure, awesome, Dawn. So yeah, so really happy to be here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great, Danny. Okay,
cool. Yeah, so really happy to be here. Really happy, for us to be going live with this here. You guys are going to be seeing us a lot more often. I've been so anxious about getting out here and letting everybody know what we're doing. Really excited about what we're doing, and I'll let our millionaire business partners, share what we're doing. It's nice to have, other great leaders to leverage as well. And I'm just really happy to have all of us here working together. We have a really nice team already, and we haven't even gone public yet. And I'm going to tell you guys right here, right now. As people see us coming out and going public with this, people are going to be coming over in droves. You know what I mean? Because everything that, I haven't worked with Tracy as much and Nancy as much, and they're really awesome. I follow them, but everything that me and Dawn seem to touch together seems to turn to gold. And I just I have a really good feeling about what we're doing here, and it's really nice to be part of something that you can really be proud of. It's been a long time since I've had products, a program that I can really be proud of, and sign up my grandmother and be and be happy, about the about it. You know what I'm saying? So, people say all the time, like about different things. These products sell themselves and things like that. To be honest, I haven't sold anything in the last 2 years that I could actually say that about. So. The products, that we're representing here, I will just, briefly, quickly, tell you guys my own personal results so far. I put myself on the products, and I'm serious about it. And I've actually lost 11 pounds using these products that you're going to be hearing about in a few minutes. I've already lost 11 pounds in 2 weeks. I lost 9 pounds the first week, and the second week I lost 2 pounds. So if that sounds like something appealing to you, you want to get, lose some inches or, build some lean muscle, these products really, really, really work. And I'm actually not new to these products and to what we have here. I was actually, a part of the program we're going to be announcing in a moment in 2010 and lost 26 pounds in a month back then. So I already knew the products worked, you know what I'm saying? So we really have something you can really, really be proud of here, and people, people like to say it all the time, I'm planting my flag and all this stuff, but the truth of the matter is a lot of these programs online, they're all just fly-by-night programs with crappy websites that never pay you on time. So you're never gonna have that here. I personally have a 6-figure income outside of network marketing, but I love the industry. I love the industry, and I want to be a part of something that I can leave behind for my family. I want to be part of something that could be a legacy. I want to be a part of something, that I could just truly be proud of and walk with my head high, knowing that I'm pointing people in a good direction. They say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink the water. But what if it's not water? You know what I mean? A lot of these programs out there, they're poison. They ain't good. They ain't no good for you. So, and I'm not here to beat down all kinds of other programs. I mean, there's a lot of great programs out there, and and I wish everybody well. But I just know we have something really solid here, and I'm really proud to be here tonight with everybody. And I just want to thank all of my team, all of my following, everybody that follows us, for coming here tonight and being here with us tonight. You're going to love what you see. So
awesome, Danny. Thanks for coming out. So. Yeah, so we're really, really excited about what we have going on here, but we wanted to bring you here because we've already seen the vision. We already know that we're here because we're going to be building a legacy with this company. We're so excited to introduce our guests, and if you're on our mailing list or if you are on our team and you've seen some of the posts, you know that tonight we have got some special guests. These are people who've earned over $1 million in this company, in this industry, and I like to say that these two are the unicorns of the industry because they have only ever been with one company. Despite everything going on in the industry, despite all the shiny objects and all the hype and all the car bonuses and all the the fast cash and all of that stuff, this is a couple who stayed the course, who saw the vision and stuck with it, and has now earned more than $1 million with the company. And so they are really a case study in how to make things happen even when you don't know what the heck you're doing, because they are the first ones to admit that they had no experience, they had no idea about this amazing industry, but they've just created such incredible results. And the amazing thing is that they're taking their team with them. They have created so many 6-figure income earners on their team, and they have people on pace to do what they have done as well. So this is not just something that they've done on their own, but it's something that they do as part of a team. And we feel so excited and so blessed to be able to work with people who have results even greater than what we've had. We've had all of us on this panel have had some good success in the industry, but the critical mistake that we have made and the problem that we've had is that we haven't had that solid company, that vision for the long term with the company we were with. Sometimes companies went out of business, sometimes CEOs or CFOs embezzled money, sometimes companies stopped paying us on time, all kinds of problems. And as leaders, what we have to do is, instead of pretending that everything's okay as the Titanic sinks, sometimes we have to let our teams know that the boat is sinking and it's time to get on a life raft. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you our millionaires, Nancy and Jeff McAllister.
Bye,
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for being here with us. There are so many people on this Hangout right now who can't wait to hear your story and can't, like, you guys really are the unicorn of the industry. So you're going to have to tell us a bit about how the heck does that happen? You don't know anything about network marketing, and then all of a sudden you find yourselves network marketing millionaires.
It's amazing. And Dawn, before Nancy and Jeff get in there, I just want to encourage people to engage with us in the chat. Dawn and Dan and I are going to be there. And then, you know, at the same time, for those of you that are social media people, feel free to use the hashtag #LiveHappy if you love what these amazing two people are going to share with us tonight. So Jeff and Nancy, let's hear your story, man.
Great. We'd love to share our story, and we're definitely going to get into that. We're going to share our story and how we went, you know, it's not really even a rags to riches story, because we had our success as it was and where we were in our life. But things really have changed, and Nancy's really going to get into that and share that with you. But what we want to do first, before we even get there, is we want to throw a huge shout out to this panel. It is, you know, with the unicorn term, we really laughed at that when we first heard that term, because we didn't know what that meant, because we were true unicorns, so much so that we didn't even know there was a term unicorn. We only knew what we knew, and that was this business, that was this company that we're with, and we steadfast, you know, stuck with it and moved forward, and it's rewarded us, you know, immeasurable amounts along the way, and so many of our team and so many of our friends and family as well. But again, back to this team of panelists that's in front of us, that's got us on this call tonight. You know, we really do feel honored to be, you know, your first spokesperson or your first guest coming out with this, presenting yourselves, because, you know, Dawn may know this, but, you know, Tracy and Dan might not. So much of our success, we really do a credit to the team that's on this panel right now, because Dawn, we know so much that, you know, Dawn is her wonderful team that's been around her, Tracy and Dan, supporting her, and a lot of, you know, her knowledge she's drawn from them or her own, and it's helped us with social media. You know, being those unicorns, we didn't know a thing about network marketing. So, you know, when we had those questions, they actually went to Dawn, and then she would source her friends to figure things out, and then we get that information back, and we'd sift and sort through it, and we'd apply it, and off we went. You know?
I don't know how many times I went to Dawn for advice on certain things that I've used in my business, really to leverage and to be more efficient. And so, you know, Dawn and I have been on this journey for, gosh, 6.5 years, 7 years now. And we're just really, really excited to be here and to be on the panel tonight.
Yes, yes. So I know there's, you know, high five to you guys, so let's move on, because there's so much information that we want to share with you guys. So, you know, we will as well want to thank everybody on the call tonight for being open and for being willing to listen to some more information that's out there. Because, you know, as Dan's been going on and Dawn had mentioned as well, there's so many of you that unfortunately aren't those unicorns, that you've moved from company to company, you've been disillusioned, but you're willing to give it one more shot, one more try, you know, to look for that company. And, you know, us being those unicorns and having our millionaire status and having so much success, we're happy that you're going to give it a listen and see what it's all about and follow along. So we're going to provide a presentation that we give quite regularly. We give it, you know, live at large groups and organizations. We also do webinars. So it really shapes what this company is all about and give you some of the facts, the figures, and the information. And we're also, some of you might not be where we are in this presentation when we talk about, there's some people out there that are still stuck in the 9 to 5. You might not be as network marketers, but there are other people that are. So we want to share that information with you and how we share it with the people that we come across. So with that said, we just want to jump right in. Again, thank you. And I want right now for you to take the time to actually, you know we're live. We got faces going on here. This isn't new for us, really, to be quite honest. This whole Google Hangout thing is actually pretty fun. But we want you to take about a minute and just actually close your eyes for now. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think about Thursday night. And I want you to think about that feeling that you get. And I can remember this feeling still quite strongly, even though I'm not there anymore. But remember how wonderful that night was, because Friday is tomorrow. Friday means maybe even a short day. It means maybe you're going to get out at 3 o'clock. You're going to get to that beer just a little bit earlier. You know, you've traded in those 4 or 5 days of work week for those 2 blissful days that are called the weekend. And you're going to go, you know, have a great time. It's going to be awesome. It's just a feeling that we can all really, really feel. And I know, you know, it's going to resonate with so many of you. Now, I don't want to bring you down, but I now want you to fast forward. I want you to fast forward to Sunday morning, maybe Sunday afternoon, and working into Sunday evening. And that great feeling that you had on Friday, that's gone. that's so gone, because now all you're thinking about, Monday, another 4 or 5 days, I got to commit. I got to go back to work, building somebody else's dream so that I can have 2 days off and I can kind of live my own dream. So we don't believe in that anymore. We want that to be changed for you. We want your weekends, your every day to be your weekend. What if it rained on Sunday? What if, or Saturday, and you couldn't do those things that you wanted to do? But Wednesday was the best day of the week. The weather was awesome. You know, your kids had no activities, and you wanted to do those family things, but you couldn't go because you couldn't make it out there because, sorry, it's all changing from the old screens moving, and I'm not
Look at the camera, honey.
So what if Wednesday was your Sunday? You know, wouldn't that be awesome? So that's why we want to share this business, and that's why I hope you want to continue to share this business with so many people out there. So we want you to understand that. So with that, we're going to kick off, and Nancy's going to share our story and kind of where it started for us. So we'd love to share that with you. So,
awesome.
Nancy?
I think we're going to go into our slide deck here at the same time. So, you know, my journey started about 7 years ago, and you know, I was 35 years old at that point in my life, and by all accounts, I had reached a certain level of success in my life. I'd gone to high school, got good grades, went to university. I actually pursued my designation as an accountant, which took me 4 years working nights. And I'd gotten a really great job at the university here in Ottawa, where I worked for 10 years. I had just wrapped up the highlight of my athletic career as a goaltender for the National Ringette team. And, you know, that was in 2000. And I met Jeffrey like 5 years earlier. We were at this point married. We were living in our second home. We had a puppy who was our little child. And by all accounts, we had that whole white picket fence lifestyle that, you know, everyone is looking for. But here's what most people didn't see. I was carrying an extra 10 pounds, and, well, we know that that was probably really about 20.
I didn't say a word. My mouth was shut.
Every day I woke up and did the same thing. So I got up at 5 a.m. to fit in my workout before I went into work. Then I commuted into work, which is about 40 to 60 minutes, depending on the weather. I worked 8 to 9 hours a day to get back in my car and commute back home, which left us maybe, you know, an hour to have dinner, to run some errands, and then an hour, if we were lucky, to do the things that we wanted to do. I had hung up my skates, and so I found myself struggling to get motivated to work out, and I missed the camaraderie of the team. I was getting kind of lazy, which hence is why I gained the 10 pounds. And lastly, the hardest for me to admit is that I was probably the loneliest I'd ever been in my life. Most of my life I'd spent, you know, a lot of it single on my own, but, you know, having met Jeff and living this life together, to then finding him leaving for 6 to 8 months out of the year, because, you know, as many of you will hear in his story, he's a soldier, so he would go overseas on tour. And I just really, at that point, felt extremely lonely. So here I am, 35 years old, living the rat race, feeling lazy, and dissatisfied with my life. I'm not sure if any of you can relate to that. So here's the thing. When I was introduced to this amazing company, I was really introduced to so much more. I was introduced to a community of people that were happy, that were healthy, and they were living extraordinary lives. So after what you're going to learn tonight, that's when I decided to jump in both feet. So how about you, Jeff?
So Nancy kind of alluded to it, so I'll just tell you a little bit about my background. So I was in the military, and I've just recently retired as of last May after 20 years service. And I will be honest, I would not change a single day of service because I'm very proud of the time that I served, and I had a great time. I was having fun. But I will have to admit that the last few years were becoming more and more difficult. Because as I got up, and I was living that same sort of rat race, as well as being away those 6 to 7 months a year, when I was back in home based in Canada, I still had that hour commute. I still had to put those hours into the gym to commute back. I was really only getting maybe an hour or 2 hours in the evening of my personal time to do the things that I loved. And I'd see Nancy, as I would head off to work, she'd still be in bed. But by the time I got to work, I already put in 2 hours. She'd already been to work for a couple hours because she just walked downstairs in a Lululemon and off she went. She was at work, or she went to a coffee shop. And I started to be quite honest, I started to become a bit jealous of the lifestyle that she was leading. So that's a big motivator for me to get out of that rat race. So I also wanted to share with you, and not to impress you, but to impress upon you, I'm an owner. I've been involved in the bit of an entrepreneur. Some friends of mine, some partners of mine in the military, we collaborated our money and our energies, and we built a multi-million-dollar climbing facility. And so I'm successful, in those, use those terms, successful in that field as well. So, and my military career, I was very specialized. So I actually made a multiple, or not multiple, it was high six-figure, almost a multiple six-figure income or salary. So when I made a decision to get involved in this company, to join Nancy, some would say, yeah, but you're leaving a military salary. What's the big deal? It couldn't have been a whole lot. It was a lot. And, you don't know much about entrepreneurship. What have you ever done? Well, I built a multi-million-dollar facility. So when I say that I've come to this community and that I've come to network marketing, I believe I've got a background to say, I've got something to compare it against. And there is nothing like it. There is nothing like the time freedom, the family environment, the relationship building. It really is an amazing, amazing experience. So that's a little bit of my story, Nancy. Maybe you can carry on here.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Today, what we want to do is share with you how our lives have changed because we were open to an opportunity and chose to join a movement that is having a global impact. So we absolutely consider it a privilege to share this opportunity with you, and an opportunity that's allowed us to retire from the rat race, myself at 39, Jeff at 42, and how it can change your life. So we know everyone's story begins very uniquely, and everyone's at a different place. And what we know is that we are capable of supporting anything from sports cars to minivans. So let's get started. We believe that everyone wants more energy in their life. You want to be able to do the things that you want to do. You want to be able to go out riding, take the kids hiking. You want to go climb that mountain. Everybody wants that energy to do the things that they're passionate about. Everyone wants to be able to travel, explore new places, try different kinds of foods, just visit different parts of the world. Everyone wants more time and quality time with their families, with their friends. And everybody wants a little bit less stress in their life. So let me ask you this. How would you like to be able to take the vacation that you deserve, not the one that you can afford? So our mission and what really motivates us is showing people like you how you can have what you want in your life. And we're doing that by creating a powerful team of fearless and committed individuals who believe in the limitless potential of themselves and others. And that's what you have here. That's what you have here on this panel. And in partnership together, we're developing a community focused on freedom, excitement, passion, health, wealth, and contribution.
So in reality, we're facing some major epidemics in our lifetime right now. There's a strong word, but it's disgusting actually when you're looking at the screen right now, unfortunately. That there's more children will die of obesity this year than they will of starvation. That's crazy. Generation Y is the first generation of children that will potentially won't outlive their parents. Obesity is at an all-time high. Our food supply is absolutely dreadful. It doesn't take much research to figure that one out. And add to it, we have overwhelming amounts of debts, student loans, foreclosures, and our environment is completely toxic. It's the perfect storm for essentially a bunch of challenges that we're facing as a generation. And we really want to share with you the solutions for that, but that's to come. So the reality is that unless you're a part of a solution, really you're a part of the problem. So what we're offering you tonight is an opportunity to contribute to what's challenging our world. We can make a difference. And you may think that, how big of a deal is it? That's them, that's not us. But it really is a big deal. And for a matter of fact, for many, it's life and death. So there was a study done in 2011. It was conducted by a team of scientists at the University of Canberra, and that's located in Australia. And you would definitely think that they know about relaxation. Australians know how to kick back and relax. So you'd think. So they concluded that having a job we hate is as bad for our health and sometimes even worse than not having a job at all. The levels of depression, anxiety among people who are unhappy at work were the same or even greater than those who are unemployed. That's crazy to think that. But again, think about that for a sec. People are miserable, and the fact that they're miserable at their jobs is leading to depression, anxiety. So that depression and anxiety is leading to poor food choices, bad habits, and just an overall lack of discipline. and essentially where we are today. So let's talk about where we are today. There's one challenge that I believe, or we believe, an epidemic that we think is really hurting us more than any other, and that's stinking thinking. So that's right, that's us sometimes. Sometimes we get those great ideas, and we get really excited about it. But then we realize that we live in a society that programs us to think a certain way, and that we should be taking the path that they have chosen for us, as opposed to one that we believe we should create in our own lives. So there's a couple different types of stinking thinking that I'd like to talk about. The first type is robot thinking. And I know I was here at a time in my life. That's where we walk around like robots in a 9-to-5 job building somebody else's dream. They pay us just enough so we don't have to quit. And typically most people do just enough not to get fired. So when you think about where you work now and you look around, how many of you are robot thinkers, or at minimum you know people in your organization that are robot thinkers? Then there's the pipsqueak thinker. So here's the pipsqueak. Some of us are essentially conditioned by media and society as a whole, or by other small thinkers, to live small, to act small, and just basically live like a pipsqueak. Then there's the TGIF thinker. I know we talked about this at the beginning, but it's worth talking about again. There's so many people that believe that, you know, Friday or the weekend is the only time that they can really let loose and have a good time. Wouldn't it be great if every day could be a Friday, if every day could be that day, if you could wake up with that same passion, that same excitement. You create, you design your day. You know, for us, we often Wednesday nights, Tuesday nights, each night we design what our next day is going to look like. We decide what time we're going to the gym, when we're going to do our, our work with regards to this business, when we're going to go for walks. We plan that out, so that gives us that feeling like it's a Saturday every day. So the next one is the kiss ass thinking. So that's where we walk around kissing asses of people with no dreams, no vision, and no purpose. And we think that it's normal to follow that sort of crowd. So how many of you are, kiss ass thinkers, or you know them? Have those negative people, or do you have those negative people in your life? And if you do, shake your head and think, why? Why am I allowing them to influence me in my life? Why am I allowing broke and unhappy people decide what it is I do with my life? Get them out of your life. So with that said, we love this next slide. This slide really excites us, or it certainly did at one time, and it helps us really explain to other people. So a few years back, I can't honestly remember who, but somebody introduced us to the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Many of you probably already know that author. Great author, so many great books. So he's created this cash flow quadrant. So this really just stood out to us. He said on the left-hand side of the quadrant, you have 95% of the people who have about 5% of the wealth. And on the right-hand side of the quadrant, you have 5% of the people who have 95% of the wealth. You see where this is leading? Well, we knew right then and there where we wanted to be. We weren't there yet, but that's where we wanted to be. Because as an employee, just like the diagram shows, you're basically a wind-up doll. You're one of those robot thinkers. You have a job to build somebody else's dream. On the lower left-hand quadrant, however, where you're self-employed, basically all you do is own a job. And more than often, the job owns you because you're not leveraging people. You're not leveraging systems. So as an example, as Nancy, she was an employee. So she was a very successful accountant in her job, working at Carleton University. But her job, or her ceiling, her salary ceiling, was dictated for her because of her position and because of who she was and her education, this and that. So many factors. They said, this is as much as you can own. That's not the case. That's not the case in this business. That is not a factor at all. So yeah, she could have went and become a consultant, and she could have worked 60 to 70 hours a week, worked herself to the bone, and made a substantial income. But what was the trade-off? She would not have nearly the time that she has today to invest in family, and to invest in each other, invest in us. So now on the right-hand side, though, is where you have business owners and investors. The business owner goes out and looks for systems already in place, and they have people to work with them, and really people to work for them. They look for leverage. They look for people that are smarter than them. So as we mentioned, Nancy was in this before I was, so that's why I partnered with her. It's all good. I'm okay with that. No ego issues there. So now, rumor has it, Nancy, that you are passionate about network marketing. So can you share with us why?
Absolutely. Why do I love network marketing? It's truly a profession where average people can do extraordinary things. I don't consider myself extraordinary, or I didn't anyways. I didn't do anything extraordinary. I just plugged in to a company and a system and a community that was supporting us in reaching our goals. And by doing that, we've been able to accomplish extraordinary things. So that's one of the things that I love about this business. And I think we can all agree that most of us won't be real estate gurus. We're not going to develop an idea in a dorm room that becomes the fastest and largest growing social media platform in the world. Although Tracy and Don just might. Likely only 1% of us will ever win the lottery. But all of us can do this. And know this, an extra $300 to $500 a month changes people's lives. It can save marriages. It can save businesses. Think about this. What would you do with an extra $300 to $500 a month? Or a week? Or a day? How would that change your life? This is also the perfect business. Tell us why, Jeff.
Yeah, let's look at that for a sec. Let's take a look at your screen, folks. So it's low risk. You have minimal overhead. You have no employees, which I did mention to you earlier that I do own a climbing gym. We have over 45 employees. And I'll put it mildly, it can be a challenge because you're managing, as well as your life, you're managing 45 other people's lives. So, you don't have to worry about that. And massive tax advantage. And that's not working. And, Nancy was an accountant, so we will not play in the gray zones. It's black or white. So that's not playing in the gray zones. There's simply greater tax advantages for a home-based business and a business like this. There's no income ceiling like I talked about with the Nancy situation where she was dictated her income ceiling because of education, because of age, because of so many factors. Those factors don't apply here. It's all on you. So what does that mean? You get to write your own check. You decide your worth, not somebody else. You can work from anywhere, which we absolutely love. We just spent 2.5 months on the road. We were going out to visit a friend and their engagement party in Kelowna, BC. And I was riding my motorcycle, and Nancy said, well, I'm going to fly out. So we said, what the heck, let's just turn this into a major trip. So we spent almost 2 months on the road, and the business never slowed down at all. We still met new people, we still shared, we still engaged with people. As long as we had Wi-Fi and we had cell connection, we could do this business from anywhere. And we absolutely love that. So you don't have to carry inventory with this company. You don't require any special degrees whatsoever. And most importantly, you have the ability to leverage your time. So they say numbers don't lie, okay? So you can take that for whatever it's worth, but let's take a look at the numbers on your screen. So a lot of people wonder, and they say, that all sounds good. It sounds like it's a perfect business. But what's the reality, Jeff? Show me some numbers. And are people actually doing something inside network marketing? So, well, like we said, numbers don't lie. Worldwide video gaming sales did $67 billion. And if you look on your screen, you'll notice that $167 billion was done within network marketing profession in the year 2012. That smashes all those other major industries. You can add up most of those industries, and it does more than that. So for those of you that that are on this call that aren't quite sure what's going on in network marketing, that's a bit of a clue. So let's look at that for a sec. Let's get a little bit more in depth. Let's look at movie sales, for example. If you were to think about it, how many of you would think you have in some way, shape, or form contributed to that $80 billion that is made by the movie industry in 2012? Meaning either you went to a movie, you referred a friend to a movie, you rented a film, you downloaded a film, whatever that may be, chances are you've contributed to that $80 billion. Now, here is the $1 million question. Literally, it could be the $1 million question. Let me ask you, have any of those companies or any movie industries ever sent you a check for sharing what it is you went and saw? I bet you no, they didn't. I bet you they didn't. And what's different about our company, what's different about this business, is we get paid very handsomely for sharing what's going on in our lives. Dan is a great example of that. He just told you about his weight loss. There was no stretch about that. He told you himself. He wasn't selling anything. He just told you what was happening in his life. That's all you need to do. So speaking of numbers, because we mentioned that you were an accountant, Nancy, and I know you love the numbers because I see you working them all the time. Tell us a little bit more. Tell us about the numbers.
So I love this slide, and all the women right now listening are going to love it. 82% of women who earn a 6-figure income or more do it in the network marketing profession. That's awesome. So lady, truly, this is the place for you. I mean, oh my gosh, truly is the place for you. And fellas, if you're looking for a powerful woman, guys, this is where you're going to meet her. You're going to meet her in the network marketing profession. So, all joking aside, I'm a perfect example of this.
She is. She's powerful and she's hot. Perfect example.
I went to school, I went to university, I pursued my CPA designation, which is comparable to a CPA in the US. I had 15 years of corporate experience. I was maxed out at my pay range. I had been maxed out for 3 years. And unless I wanted to work more hours, there was no really physical way that I could actually earn more income. And so I saw an opportunity where I could help people get healthy in this company and change their financial situation at the same time. So it took me a couple of years because at first I really just shared, my experience and how I was feeling. It took me a couple of years to start treating it like a business, and guess what? It started to reward me like a business. And I was able to create a revenue stream that not only rivaled my annual income as an accountant, but surpassed it. And that happened by working this business part-time for 3 years. So I was still working full-time. I treated it like a hobby for 2 years. I kind of got it in that second year and started working it a little bit more. Was able to replace that income. And, and that's when I truly decided, you know what, why am I doing what I'm doing now when I could do something that I love, that I'm passionate about, and it actually pays me what I'm worth.
We're with friends, Nancy. Maybe you could share with them, what was that income? What would you have been replacing? Throw the number up there.
I was earning an $80,000 income as an accountant, and I was able, like I said, to be able to replace that in my 3 years doing it part-time, and then continue to go and double, triple, and quadruple that over the following years. So $1 million earnings over, that time. Yeah. I mean, you guys can do the math. But really, and Don alluded to this, when I resigned from my corporate position and decided to enter the world of entrepreneurship, this was my first stab at it. I had never done anything like this. I'm a military brat. I come from a military background. And, before being introduced to this opportunity, I probably would have continued to work at that job for that 40 years. And God, am I glad that I didn't. So, again, I'm getting off track here because it gets me so excited, but this is truly a place where as females, you can be empowered. You can do what you're naturally great at, which is sharing and teaching, cultivating a community, and taking care of people. And there's no one that's ever going to tell you to do anything but go out and make more money. So don't worry, guys. That includes you guys too, though. So what does your office look like? Here's another perk of this industry. Being able to work from anywhere. And Jeff talked about this, about our trip that we just did. And here's just a few other examples of places that I've been able to work from Hawaii, from Belize. Belize was a training event that I had to go to. It was really rough. As you can see, the water was really rough. I can work from my patio with my dog. And on the left-hand corner, top-hand corner, through this organization, I get to meet so many amazing people. I got to meet a beautiful man who has a vision to erase the third world. And he introduced me to his organization that was doing some work in Malawi. So I decided to go to Africa. It was my second time there. My first time, Isagenix paid for that trip. And this time I decided, it's time to give back. Because as you make more money, you have an ability to give back more. And so the incredible part of that is, although I'm in the villages during the day, at the night, in the evening, we go to the motel. And guess what? There's Wi-Fi. There's Skype. And so I can continue to check in on my business and know that, although I'm gone, because we have this incredible team, that my business is not only going to continue to thrive, but it's actually going to grow in my absence. And that's because there's such an incredible team that is, works with us on this. So I love the quote from Richard Branson that says, "I don't think of work as work and play as play. It's all living." And that's truly what you're able to do in this industry. So who are you partnering with? In this next picture, it's another big reason I love this profession. You get to choose who you want to work with. How many of you would just love to be able to choose who you get to work with? Because how many of you right now are working with coworkers and colleagues that you absolutely cannot stand? You avoid eye contact when they're walking by. You get on a call, that pretend call. You've done it. And that's truly not how we are supposed to spend 46,800 hours of our day. Because truly, most of us work 40 hours a week, 48 weeks of the year, for an average of 45 years of our lives. And so that's truly not the way that it's supposed to be. So whereas in this picture, we have chosen to be in business with every single one of these beautiful souls. And beyond that, we have a massive community. We have fun, we love to celebrate, and you know what? If I could build my business on the beach in my bikini and shorts, I'm all for it. So, you know, here's just an example of a team in Australia, and this is how they're doing their training. So just so many reasons why I love this profession.
Awesome. Let's get all that inspiration is just awesome, Nancy. But I'm going to get to the brass tacks again. So here we go. So, you know, read your screen right there. So in April of 2013, Forbes magazine, which is extremely credible magazine, I'm sure we all can agree upon that, said it's true that network marketing is often thought of as a bad word. And I know there's a lot of network marketers on this call, so you know that sometimes, unfortunately, it has a bit of a stigma. But that comes from the approach, not the business structure. Because the people on the call, if you are involved in network marketing, it's because you understand the structure is absolutely amazing. It's a beautiful structure when it's done right. And the key is when it's done right and it's applied, you know, correctly with the right people, with the right intention and the right attitude. So this business, which is proven over the years to be one of the most effective ways to enter the entrepreneurship arena, and there's so many business leaders that are saying that. You know, again, Robert Kiyosaki, you know, Bill Gates. You know, there's so many people that truly believe in that. So, drum roll please, we have aligned ourselves with a company called Isagenix. So, the company literally has checked off the most important factors that we all need when evaluating or joining a network marketing company. And that company is Isagenix. So, what we're getting into tonight is why right now, and quite frankly, you'd be crazy not to jump on board, but the best thing about Isagenix is we have products that offer and deliver visual and emotional results that people want to share. And they want to share it with people that they care about. See, one of the biggest challenges of network marketing is that most people come in and say, I'm just not good. I'm not a good salesperson. I don't know how to talk to people. But again, I keep going back to Dan. Thanks for sharing that with us. You know, he so fluidly just shared that, oh, by the way, I just lost 11 pounds, you know, another 2 pounds the next week. You know, the first time I did it, 29 pounds. There's nothing about that that's not natural. That's just what's happened. And that's amazing. There's so many people out there that can resonate with that.
And I'm going to encourage you, because I know there's so many people on this webinar tonight who are started the program. If you have been able to release some weight or you're seeing an increase in your energy, share that in the chat box. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Absolutely, that'd be great. So, well, there's a good thing. The good thing about Isagenix, though, is not that the products sell themselves, because quite frankly, that's just hype. I kind of believe that they do, but that we don't need to even say that, because the products make people's bodies physically transform. That way your associates become walking billboards. So and you along with them, you become, or your associates become, the business card. Because the physical results, they're undeniable. Yesterday or a week ago, a month ago, I came to work overweight, tired, dragging my butt, and I just wanted to go home. I couldn't go up the stairs. You know, 30 days later, I've lost weight, I've changed my wardrobe, I'm full of energy. You can't deny that. That is really what's happening. So that's what's awesome about it. So now a lot of events or webinars, they'll get into the ingredients of the products and how they come from unique places in the world. They're going to talk about the science that backs the products. And all of that is great. But that's a full webinar in itself. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to go into that tonight, because the reality is if you're on this webinar right now, it's because you've already seen, chances are, a physical transformation of somebody else out there that's cared enough about you to share this with you tonight. And if you haven't seen their transformation, have a look at the screen. Google it. Get on the internet. The transformations are everywhere. Talk to your upline or whoever sponsored you, whoever brought you onto this call. I'm sure they have a transformation. And if not, then get on Nancy and I's Facebook. There we are. That's our transformation. So it's all around us. So we're not going to deny that. We know the products work. So well, why does that matter for you as a business owner? Well, it matters because at the end of the day, we're going to put you in a position to create a massive amounts of passive income that we talked about. So let's have a look at this really quick before we actually get into the facts and figures and show you how to make that money. Let's look at the layoff situation and how does that work and why is that important? Why is that important for you? Why is it important for you when you're sharing this opportunity? And there's two sides to this opportunity. There's the health side of it and there's the wealth side of it. There's two parts to this gift. So let's get back to the wealth part of this gift. Nancy's saying, stay on track, Dad, stay on track. So much I want to share with you guys. So let's look at the layoff situation. It's important because layoffs are at an all-time high in society right now, and because of going to contract workers instead of full-time employment. So you can't prevent your boss from walking in the office right now and saying, sorry, but we're letting you go. And if that were to happen, what kind of position would you be in?
If some of you would be dancing right now if that happened, you can put that in the chat box.
So here's why residual income is important. If you were making an extra $600 a month, that's only $600 a month, that equates to about $7,200 a year, right? So now in order for you to have that as an investment return, you would have to have $180,000 in the bank. That's $180K. So what we love about this chart for Nancy and I is we can look at each other and just high-five each other and say, roughly, we have a $9 million asset in the bank. And that can give you a little bit of insight into the income that we're generating. But so you're creating an asset, you're creating something that's paying you hundreds of thousands of dollars that over time, quite frankly, you're just not going to have unless you have hundreds of thousands to invest. And the reality is I don't know how much, we were doing pretty well, but I can't imagine us ever setting aside $9 million by the time we retire to create a residual income that we have now. So it just wasn't going to happen. So that's what's great about this business, that's what's great about this company. So with Isagenix, we put you in a position to create one of the most powerful residual income streams that we've ever seen. And again, we're unicorns, but we see a lot of around us. We got a lot of success around it, so we believe it's true. And so try to follow along with me. Our compensation plan is extremely generous and extremely simple. You have a left side and a right side. That's it. One more time. A left side and a right side. So there are no gimmicks. There are no breakaways. There's no flushing, and there's no compression. And, I pause for effect on those words, because if you're a network marketer, if you've been in this industry before and you understand those things, or even if you've never been in network marketing before, all you need to know is with this company, with Isagenix, those are things you don't have to worry about. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. How is this done?
Hey Jeff, I just wanted to jump out for a second here and just like hit that home, because a lot of people who are here today and who have joined us are coming from situations where they had to build 3 or 5 or 7 teams, and we know from experience that becomes very wide very fast, and that you can't continue to spill over volume. You can't continue to help all of your team when you've got, when you get 3 across, and then you get 7 across, and then you're 9 across. It just gets bigger and bigger, and it gets completely unmanageable. So coming from somebody who's built in compensation plans like that, getting to a spot where you only have 2 teams that you build ever is just incredible. So yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of people here who seeing that it's just 2 teams, man, like that is so different, so radically different than what we're used to. And no flushing. There's no end of the month rush here. Your volume doesn't flush. Once a person has placed an order and you're active, you get to keep all that volume for as long as you're active. It's incredible. Carry on, Jeff. I just had to throw that out there.
Thanks for that, Don. And we get that all the time. And we share that all the time with people that we recruit and people, our mentors that have talked to us down the line. With this company, you build depth, not width. It's not about, enrolling 1 million people. It's about enrolling the right people and helping them enroll the right people and working depth. So that's the difference that comes from our company. So hopefully that's a positive, because again, we only know one way. It's worked for us. So when your left sales team and your right sales team combine to produce 900 BV, and we'll just call those points BV business volume is a term that we use in our company, one cycle drops out, and a cycle is equal to $54. So as you can look on your screen, on the left-hand side, a bunch of people are ordering 100 BV, 200 BV, 3, 2, 1. That goes on down through your tree, and on the right side, and so on and so forth. So that continues to happen as you build your team and they build their teams. So you're creating cycles there. That's where the passive income comes from. So now the best part of both this is no matter who comes in on your left or your right-hand side, if they just go crazy and roll a whole bunch of people, all that volume rolls up to you. So for you network marketers out there, and apparently there's a lot of them out there, to answer your question, the volume never flushes and it always holds over. Again, the volume never flushes and it always holds over, and it goes to infinite levels of depth. So understanding that one fact should really perk your ears and have you enrolling today. So how powerful is the Isagenix compensation plan? So when you reach 250 cycles a week, you max out at $13,500. You also earn, and I like that term, and I don't like that term max out, because it's for another call. You've maxed out one business center. You can continue to grow your business beyond this. This is only, one business center, one model. It grows so much more beyond this, but again, for another call. So let's set that aside. So that means that anybody you personally enroll, you're going to earn 10% on their cycles to a maximum of $13,500 a week. So we've got an example, a friend of ours, Susan, who earns in this company $1.6 million. If you were the person that enrolled Susan, you'd be earning 10% or roughly $160,000 a year passively, just for sharing the world's best nutrition with her. Now, how powerful is that? And again, if you were building a team that was 10 wide, and you were to enroll somebody like that on the far left, is that going to create the volume that you want? But in this compensation plan, you only have 2 teams, so it's on your left or on your right. Either way, you're benefiting from it, and everybody is benefiting from it, from that one person that is an amazing leader. So let's move forward. So Nancy, I'm going to pass it back to you, and we're going to talk about what? The President's Pack.
The President's Pack. So what's next, guys? You have a ton of options as a business owner. I mean, many of you have tried various different things. You can go start a franchise, and we know today that a franchise like as simple as McDonald's is $1 million to purchase. And you can't borrow that money, it has to be cash. And so there are smaller franchises that might be $500,000 or $250 million. It's crazy the amount of money that people have invested. And some of you might even want to share how much you have invested in a traditional business in the past. It's crazy numbers. So here's the other option. You can start an Isagenix business, and you can get started for as little as $559. $559. And that breaks down to basically $20 a day for 30 days of the world's best possible nutrition. So at the same time that you're building a multiple 6-figure or 7-figure income, you're also getting in the best health of your life. Because at the end of the day, you have to be healthy to enjoy your wealth.
Okay, that's awesome. So now that we know we're not going to open a McDonald's, and it makes more sense to get involved with the President's Pack, much cheaper, and to be quite honest, the return is a lot faster, and it can be much more. So let's talk about U+2. Because there is something we understand. It takes some upfront capital. We looked at the residual income already and the massive amounts of residual income that can be produced, but it takes upfront capital to get us started. We need some money in our pocket to get us going. So we want to show you how quickly you can make money with this upfront money to get you to that residual income. So there you are in the blue dress. And yes, fellas, we don't judge you wearing a blue dress for tonight. But the amount of money you're going to earn doing this, you're going to say blue dresses are all cool. So we're going to go ahead and get started as an associate. So you're going to get started with the President's Pack like we talked about. Now, all you're going to do next is you're going to share with your friend Larry on the left. And when that happens, you're going to earn a one-time $80 PIB bonus. So it's called a Product Introduction Bonus. Again, the terms don't really matter at this point. PIB. Next, you're going to share with your friend Rochelle on your right. Because you're a real go-getter, and by the way, they both get started with the same President's Pack that you did, because that's what successful people do, those $80 PIBs, they're going to double to $160 as long as it's within the same week. So that's $160 and $160, and now you're a consultant, the first rank level within our company or organization, and we call that U+2, so you've earned an extra $50 for that rank advancement. So already you've earned $370 of your investment right back. Already you're over half of your initial investment earned back. So the next step is you're going to teach Larry and Rochelle how to do the exact same thing, because they're going to want to get started generating additional income as well. Why wouldn't they? So you're going to help Larry find 2 people. You're going to get paid for training Larry, because Isagenix rewards you for training other people how to make money. We talked about depth, not width. So when that happens, you're going to make $100 rank advancement bonus for Larry going consultant. Rochelle's stoked because she's done the same thing. She's just earned $370 as well. You're even happier because you made another $100 for helping Rochelle get started to make money. So when this happens, it's called U+2, them+2. You're going to hear that term again and again. U+2, them+2. And if you're a real go-getter and you do this in the first 30 days, you're going to receive an additional $250 bonus, what's called Crystal Manager. Some people do this in 30 days. Some people do this in 30 minutes. It's really entirely up to you at what speed with which you want to run. So you decide. We're just here to support. So what's next? Next is your $820. Remember, your initial investment was $559 to start a business, $1 million business. And now we're already up over $300 from your initial investment in less than 30 days. So the next step we want to talk about with you is bringing you to a position or a rank level called director. So we're going to repeat U+2 4 more times. So you've enrolled them all with President's Packs. So that's another $160 bonus times 4. You've created 4 more consultants, which adds up to $100 a piece. So another $400 in total. And now you're a director. So again, there's another bonus for getting this done in a reasonable period of time. So when you do this in your first 90 days, just as simple as you plus 6 people who each share the best nutrition in the world with just 2 people, you're a Crystal Director and you earn an additional $750. So now you're at over $2,600 in less than 90 days. Now that's
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just noticed something really cool that I wanted to point out to everybody. You know, a lot of people think that you can't make upfront money in traditional network marketing because older compensation plans not as progressive as this one, you couldn't make that kind of money. But when you look at this compensation plan, when you just look at U+2, them +2, the money that you just earned, that $820, people talk about getting, like, how many people you need in your team to hit $600 or $800. You just hit $820 with 6 people on your team. Okay, that's really powerful. You can make money fast in this compensation plan. A lot of the older plans weren't like that. You don't have to be a sponsor monster. You don't have to be going crazy. But what's demonstrated in this compensation plan is really that it's you helping people is what's getting you paid. A lot of that bonus is just helping other people to get paid. It's not about you. So anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there, Jeff. So keep on keeping on.
That's a great share. And, you know, I think what we're going to jump on and tell you a little bit of information about us is, you know, personally, over the years that we've been involved in this company, we've enrolled less than 200 people personally, and that's led to a team of over 13,000, and we are in a position where we are...
Oh, we're over 14,000.
Okay, sorry. It changes a lot. We're in a position where our company has recognized us as millionaires in you know, income earning, and our residual income is creeping up on $500,000. So all that with less than 200 people. So I think there's a lot of people out there that are coming from this industry that will say, oh my God, 200 people, I do that all the time in my business. You know, just imagine, you know, if you had those people and had this compensation plan. It is the best compensation plan, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So we're going to move on.
Well, and I'll just add one little point
is
that what I love about this compensation plan is that it is completely designed that you do, just like Don says, you get paid for getting your people paid, and that, you know, they get paid for getting their people paid, and so it just creates this environment where everyone is supporting everyone. And because it's unlimited debt, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter when those people come into your business, regardless of the, you know, if it's now, if it's a year from now, if it's 6 years from now, you are still getting paid on those people, and their success is your success. And so there's just that continuous team approach, which I think is really valuable in this compensation plan.
Okay, so let's not lose track of where we're at, because we're totaling up some big dollars here. So what's next? The next thing is we want to do this again, just 4 more times. So we've created 4 more consultants. Each one gets started with the President's Pack, like I talked about. Successful people do that. So it's $160 apiece for you. You're earning another 100 for teaching people how to make money. And now we have 5 on your left and with 2 people, and 5 on your right with 2 people. So you're an executive at this point within the company. And truly, within our company, that's the working rank. That's where it opens up the door to many more bonuses, many more bonus pools that you can elect to be worked into, or you can get money from. So you have 6 months to do this. Actually, you can do it as long as you want, but if you want to get another bonus, if you do this within 6 months, the company will throw in another $1,000. So in the first 6 months, we're at $4,650 total, just for helping 10 people get started with 2 people. So all you have to think right now is, you know, so for somebody that aren't involved in network marketing yet, do I have 10 friends on Facebook, 10 friends on my cell phone? If you are, I'm sure you have 10 people that want to move along with you to you know, once they see this compensation plan, they see the community. If you could find or know of 10 people that simply just want to share the best nutrition in the world and want to get, financially successful and free in their lives, then this is a yes for you. But if it's still a no, if you're still wondering, I don't know if I can do that, we have some really cool systems that can make that a little bit easier for you. And I want Nancy to share that with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. Some of you might be thinking, you know what, I know 10 people, or maybe I don't, but how do I do this? And because maybe you've never done this before. I know we have a variety of people on this call. So following what you see on the screen right now, this is our website. And so we have a website that has our full system. It's our training site that makes this really, really simple, guys. So I just want to give you an example. We have a couple that's recently joined our business, and Steph, their names are Pascal and Stephanie. Stephanie was a nurse, she's working part-time. Pascal's a soldier. They've got older kids, they're in their 18, 20 years old, and they're starting to, get to that point in their life where they're like, okay, we could, we've got some freedom here, we've got some time freedom, but we might not have the financial freedom to support that. They had really big dreams. They wanted apartments in New York City and apartments in Paris, and they wanted to be able to travel. But what they didn't have was a vehicle. Jeffrey talked about a pension of $30,000 a year. I mean, that's certainly not a vehicle to allow them to live that life. In just 6 months with this company, Pascal and Stephanie now earn a residual income in their network marketing business comparable to as if they had a $180,000 asset earning 4% interest in the bank. We talked about that, $600 a month in residual income. Do you have another plan that will allow you to invest $180,000 aside in 6 years, let alone 6 months? So the point is, we're going to give you the tracks to run on. We're going to introduce you to very simple concepts, very simple systems, that are going to allow everyone to be successful. So we have the tracks for you to run on. So, of course, we can't guarantee anyone's success, because at the end of the day, it's completely up to you. You're going to have to develop, some new skills, some new habits. You're going to have to plug into the resources. But guess what, guys? The resources are there, the personal development is there, and you've got a team in place that is going to, be with you every step of the way. So, you know what? Let's talk about why you're going to want to be part of this right now. This company is absolutely on fire. It's a 12-year-old company, and it's just now going into momentum. So think about those companies like Microsoft, Apple, or Google. Well, here's what we know. This is that kind of opportunity. You have an opportunity to get in on the ground floor, because this company is going to be as big as those companies. But you know what? It's going to be a household name. We're going to have Isagenix products in blenders going in millions of homes. And just look at the numbers. Because I'm a numbers person. I know a lot of you guys, what are the numbers? New enrollments are up 63% over 2013. Sales are up 57% over 2013. Guys, companies like Johnson & Johnson, their growth over last year was 1.6 or 1.9%. Companies, other network marketing companies are having 6% growth, and you know what? That's good. It's considered really good. So to think that Isagenix is having 57% growth over previous years, that's huge.
And it's not a spike. We'll show you the graphs that will show you that that's the consistent growth since day one.
Absolutely.
It's consistently grown at that rate.
And here's the exciting part. A lot of companies grow because they expand. They're growing internationally. But here's the thing. North America market makes up 80% of our sales, and it's the largest market, and it's still growing. There's only about, is the market saturated? I always love getting this question. There's only 417,000 active users worldwide. So some people will often ask us in Ottawa, well, there's 2 millionaires coming out of Ottawa. Is it saturated? It's like, guys, we have 1 million people in this city alone. And so I love these numbers. And, Isagenix has been able to create 50 new millionaires in the last 2 years alone. We're up to 121. I put 221. Sorry, that's a typo. But still, 121 millionaires in this company. It's a generous, generous compensation plan. So what's next? Just some of the other stats. I'm just going to go through these really quickly. What I love about this company is it's built a foundation on stability. It took 8 years to reach its first billion. The next 4 to reach its second billion. In the next 2 years, it's going to reach that third billion. We're projecting a $1 billion in sales for next year. And just, the actual numbers was 443 million in 2013, projecting, and we're on course to all of these numbers to hitting 720 million this year and 1 billion next year. I get so excited about these numbers. So Jeff, take it away.
Okay. So here's what we're going to leave you with. Some questions, actually. Yeah, we will. We'll leave you with some questions.
You know what? Go ahead and put in it. Give us some feedback. We'd love to hear how excited you guys are about what we're talking about here.
So the next 30 days, the next 60 days, the next 90 days, they're going to go by no matter what, right? I don't think we can deny that. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's going to go by no matter what. So, and God willing, it's going to go by. So what determines the outcome? What determines the results of those time periods comes down to your choices. See, the person that invited you to this webinar believes enough in your potential so that in 5 years from now, like we talked about, you can look, feel, and be different than you are today. And this isn't about money, because money is not everything, It really isn't. Money just allows you, and this is a funny saying, it's kind of, money allows you to arrive at your problems in style. So I've heard that said. But what I know is money does buy you time. And time is the most valuable asset that we have. So time to spend with your families, time to spend with your friends, time to travel, time to get the best doctors and medicine if you need it, time to buy the best organic food like we have to offer, time to contribute, time to build. Like we've got friends on our team that are helping build in Malawi, Africa, like Nancy's gone and done. We have other friends that support, and they give away parts of their cycles to families in Peru. They use these vehicles to give back, because the best way to help the poor is to not be one of them. Money buys you time, so don't be foolish to think that money is everything, because it's not. But it's right up there with oxygen. And I know this. If I was to volunteer to deposit an extra $500 into your checking account with no strings attached whatsoever, you'd say, yeah, I'd absolutely say yes to that, because it'd be like winning the lottery. But here's the reality. Chances are, unfortunately, you're not going to win the lottery. And even if you did, this statistic killed me as well, that there's an 85% chance that you would return back to your original financial state, because most people are mentally or consciously prepared to handle that kind of money. But guess what happens inside network marketing, and especially a company like Isagenix? And Nancy really alluded to this. You surround yourself with people that can show you the tracks to run on. They can support you and mentor you and guide you through this growth. So really, this is like winning the lottery. So whoever invited you to this webinar just gave you the winning ticket. You just won the ticket, and congratulations, you're coming to the Wonka's Chocolate Factory. So this is your ticket, but you have to redeem it. You have to make the choice to redeem the lottery ticket and make something of it. So we really want to leave you with this and encourage you to get back to the person that invited you. There's the hosts on the line are amazing, Dawn and Tracy and Dan. They've got so much to offer, but if you found your way to this phone call or this webinar, through other means, get back to that person, ask them the questions, get them to pipe up and ask the upline or ask whoever more questions and get those questions answered. So we find that over time that there's three kinds of people out there. There's three kinds of people out there, behind. Want to throw up our faces again a bit?
Oh, right.
I want to see everybody. So we're just going to manage our screen for a second here and bring ourselves back. Stop sharing. It might take us a little bit longer than our media gurus here, but we'll be back on. Okay. Hey, that's a lovely guy. Looks like me.
We can't see you guys yet.
There we go. Okay, so we found, again, because we've done this presentation, over the phone, not phone, but over web, and we've done live presentations, and you've been able to kind of sense the crowd. And we found that there's three types of people. There's the type of people that get into action. They step up, they run to the back of the room, they grab the order form, and they start filling it out like, I'm going to make this happen, let's do it. Then you get the people that hover, that just sort of watch what everybody else is doing. And maybe they get around to it, maybe they don't. They need a little bit more convincing. And then unfortunately, there's those people that really, we look around and they're buried their head in the sand, and we know that someday they're going to pull their head in the sand and wonder what the heck just went on, what's going on around us. I know there's no type 3s on this call because you're on the call right now, and you're listening to, you're opening up to this information. And we really hope that everybody else is a type 1. And if you are, then Dawn is going to talk to you, and she's going to show you how you can take action. So we're going to pass it back to you, Don. But we're obviously here for any questions that you have, or if you want us to elaborate on anything else that we've talked about. So
take it away,
back to you, Don.
Man, I am so fired up after just hearing you guys talk about your, like, every time you guys talk about your story, I get excited because it's been a progression. I've watched it happen in your lives, and it's been so incredible. I remember the first time Nancy and I met, I think Nancy was at 2 cycles a week, so that's about $100 a week. And now to see you earning almost $500,000 a year is just unbelievable. And the things you've been able to do, the ways that you've been able to give back, and just the life that you have been able to live because of this incredible company. I'm just going to be completely transparent. Everybody here on this call, Isagenix was the first company I was ever with. I had the opportunity to be in a situation like Jeff and Nancy, and I got caught up in the hype, and I got caught up in the shiny object syndrome, and I left. I gave up an amazing position that could have easily done what has happened with Jeff and Nancy. I just want to be completely transparent. But because of all of the hype and all of the craziness in this industry, I just got caught up. I don't regret it, because what it did was it's built my character. It let me see firsthand what is out there. And so I can tell you without a doubt, this is the best company in the industry. This compensation plan is the best compensation plan in the industry. And this team that we're putting together is the best team in the industry. So we're really hoping that as you look me in the eyes, that you are going to want to lock arms with us. I want to pull out Tracy, though, real quick, because, Tracy, and I want to pull out Danny, too, because, they're the backbone of what we're building here. We've already got a lot of momentum. We have a lot of team members already who are here joining us. You can look in the comments thread and see it. It's crazy, right, Nancy? It's crazy how fast it's been building. And, I think
beeping, because like new team member. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. Isagenix has some really cool stuff, some really cool technology, and they're a very forward-thinking company. I've been really impressed with the way that the company works. I was with a company. You guys know I've been with other companies. I was with a company that sent me a message. I was in the process of building a website to try to market that company, and I got a message from their compliance department that said, you need to have that down in the next 24 hours or you're going to lose your position. Whereas Isagenix a few years ago was sending me messages from compliance, and they'd be like, would you mind tweaking this a little bit? We love your blog. Is it cool if we link back to your blog? We really like the way that you said that. And it's just a completely different thing altogether. And so I'm home. I'm home again. And I hope you guys can feel my heart. I am sick of the bouncing around. I am sick of the circus. I'm sick of the gurus. I am sick to death of the crap that is out there. And so if you're sick of it too, and you want somewhere that you can plant your flag, you can plant your flag with me, you can plant your flag with Tracy and with Dan and with Nancy and Jeffrey, because we're going to be here. I'm going to be willing this business to my children when I go. That's how committed I am to this. So look me in the eye, feel my heart. If that's what you want in your life, you want to be committed and you want to be somewhere that you can build and feel that there's stability and people who are going to be here for the long haul, then now's the time. Tracy, what's up?
Yeah. A big part of why, Don and I made this decision, obviously this is Don's first home, but as we were looking, and we were looking for a place where we could feel good about bringing people who follow us through Social Media Marketing Happy Hour, through our podcast, like literally thousands of people a day follow us. And so we had to make sure that it would be something that met our brand, met some integrity. And the internet savvy piece was important because we teach. That's one of the things that we do. We teach people how to marry the beautiful, awesome leverage of social media and the internet with network marketing, and that's what we teach. And so this was exciting. This actually, Don and I probably agonized over this for a good, I don't know, Don, what would you say, 6 weeks, maybe somewhere around there?
Yeah, it was a good long while.
Yeah, it really was, and it initially really came down to, okay, this makes the most sense. Everything about the company is great and stable. There's everything that we need. Like, we literally can teach everything that we teach every single day in the Social Media Marketing Happy Hour. We can take that same training, and we can teach a team, and we can go to people who, just like us, who have fallen in love with this industry but have gotten frustrated with, you know, all of the bouncing around, the back and forth, the greed, the, you know, especially for those of you that have been involved with a lot of different powerful marketers. Sometimes we forget that some of the messages are marketing messages, and they're not necessarily what's in the best for a new person. And so, you know, Don and I really, this has been a big part of our vision, and so we're very, very excited. And part of what we're doing as we build this team is we're taking some of the things that we teach. We're taking Jeff and Nancy's incredible experience and what they've paved the way for us, and we're taking our skill set, because, you know, Don and I, you know, Dan as well, I mean, we have such a unique skill set, both offline and online. You know, to be able to bring together and partner up with this company is really, really exciting. And what we've seen happen before we've even gone public with this is bonkers. I don't have any other word to explain it. And Nancy is, you know, I know she's giggling, and Jeff too, because you guys see the text messages. It's bonkers, the people who are flocking to want to lock arms, not just with us, but with this company that is so full of integrity and can, you know, people can actually really succeed here. So we're real excited about that.
Yeah, we sure are. You know what else is really exciting, guys? I just have to share this because I've had, you know, a little roller coaster ride of companies not paying me, not paying bonuses. It's crazy stuff like that happening. And it's so nice to know that I'm with a company now, and that we all are with a company now that pays us on time like clockwork every single Monday.
Oh
so
my
we
gosh,
get paid.
Not just clockwork. I enrolled somebody, and in less than 12 hours later, the money is in my account.
Yeah, that's the amazing. That's the most amazing thing is that okay, Isagenix pays daily on some of the packs. So the President's Pack is a daily pay pack. So if you enroll people with that package, you get your paycheck 12 hours later on the next business day. We get paid weekly for our residual commissions. We get paid monthly for executive bonuses, and we get paid yearly. They have a holiday bonus. What other company has a holiday bonus? I've never even heard of such a thing. So.
Like almost $5,000 holiday bonus. It's crazy.
Wow.
19 different ways to get paid with this company. I'm sorry, I'll stop interrupting you.
Well,
but,
you know,
no, we want to hear.
There's so many things, you know, like in our world, we have a lot of health issues, and insurance is a big deal. I mean, Isagenix offers insurance to their associates once you've qualified, and it's not hard to qualify. I mean, there's so many things. The more I've seen this company, the more excited I've gotten. So, you know, I just want to invite you guys to really, if you're still here and you're just, you know, poking around, kind of snooping around to see what the heck all these people are, you know, what's Dan, Don, and Tracy up to? Like, what's happening? You know, there's some people that are here already on the team. You know, Cindy and Kim and Darlene and Donna. There's too many to name. But people are wondering what the heck's going on. If you're still here, you need to seriously look at this, because this is not some shiny object, let's get rich quick. Because look, people, this is one of my biggest pet peeves. People hate. They always say, I don't want to get rich quick scheme, I don't want to be involved in that, but they end up joining them left and right. And then when they don't get rich, they get mad. Well, this is a legit, stable, like real business you can sink your teeth in and do really well for the long term, and that's what you've got here. So you really seriously, you need to take a very close look at that, or just get started right now. Don't wait. Just there's a button, click it, and join. It's that easy.
Yeah, it's that easy. Hey, Danny, why don't you come on out and share with us a little bit about how you feel about what's going on here? You're muted, Danny.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, you guys are like taking like all the words right out of my mouth, Like as you guys are talking, I'm like, that's like, you know, I feel the same exact way. You know, we all definitely feel the same way, and I feel really good about what we're doing here. I feel emotional about it. I remember, I'll tell you guys like a quick short story about me and Dawn. You know, one night, me and Dawn, we were all excited. We were doing good with our business at the time and everything like that. We were even having some drinks and stuff like that and talking back and forth. And you know, I don't know if you remember that. I'm sure you're gonna remember this when we talk about it. And you're like, Dan, you know, picture this, you know, close your eyes, you know, and picture us just holding our hands in the air, you know, and just, you know, and being on stage. for making $1 million with this company. And we were like in the moment, like, me and Dawn were in the moment at the time with this, with that. And, later on we talked about that. And we were like, we were talking about that, but we were on the wrong stage. You know what I mean? So I just want everybody here, just watching this tonight, to picture yourselves on stage with us, with Isagenix, holding your hands up high, you know what I mean, and and holding our hands, and and making $1 million with Isagenix, because I see it happening. So.
Oh man, Danny, you're gonna get me all misty, but it's true. Like, I mean, there is already a track to run on here at Isagenix. How many millionaires are already there? I mean, Nancy, you're amazing and beautiful and awesome, and Jeffrey, like I would always say that you guys are exceptional people, but you're just normal people. You're just normal, everyday people, and I don't think that you ever had any thought that this was going to happen in your life, right? Like, I don't believe that was something that you aspired to. Like, I'm going to be a millionaire in a network marketing company, but somehow that happened to you, and if there's anything that I've taken away from watching you guys succeed and like this journey unfold, it's just been that you guys planted your flag with the right company, and you just never wavered. You just never looked left. You never looked right. You just kept going forward, and look at where you are now. And I just, that is my track to run on now. That's it. Just don't look. Just go forward. Just build your team. Just support your people. Just get your people paid. And that is my mission now.
I think you made a great example of it. So you mentioned it one other time that we were chatting. We were talking about your position, and you were open and transparent to everybody where you were in our team, and knowing that the people above us, the people below us, the people above us are all millionaires. So you were in line with those. Those are all people that just did the same thing that we did. They stuck with it. They didn't look left. They didn't look right, and they've all been recognized. And it's just as you go down from us to our personal role, as you work down the chain, everybody's in line to receive that. Anybody that's stuck with it is moving along at that pace.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I want to reiterate that story because I should have told it. When I got started, there were 6 of us women who all worked together, and we had all started within about a year time frame of each other. Of those 6, 4 are millionaires with the company. Only two are not millionaires, me and another friend of mine who actually was my sponsor, and it's because we quit. That's it. I just felt my heart break a little bit again. I feel it break every time, but it's all good. It's all good because
every time you say it, it breaks a little.
It breaks a little more. But you know what? I don't regret the journey, because now I'm doing it with Dan McCall and Tracy Reuter, and I just think this is like the dream team. This is the team that I've always wished for, and I'm so excited.
Add to that, I mean, this company looked different 6 years ago. It might not have grown as quickly with social media and the tools that you guys have 6 years ago. And it's like everything that you guys have done over the past, few years, developing the skill set and the training, the people that you've assisted, you're just, you needed to develop that and then align yourself with the right company. So I truly believe that, everything happens for a reason. Yeah. But where you're positioned right now, this is an amazing team. You're linking arms with amazing people who are committed and who can truly set you on track at a pace that it's going to be way faster than we built this, and way faster than a lot of people are building it. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
I love it. I love it. Hey guys, if you're listening, if you're on the team, can you just let us know in the comments that your flag is planted here with us? Because it's not just about us. It's not about me and Dan and Tracy and Nancy and Jeff. This is about you guys. This is about like Michelle and Randolph and Kim and Cindy and everybody who's there in the comments and everybody who's here. I want to hear from you guys how you feel about this and how excited you are, because this is about to transform all of our lives. It's going to transform all of our families. And if you're watching this and you're not on the team yet, man, it's time. It's really time.
Yeah, so Dawn, let's talk about something special we're going to do because, I really believe that there should be a benefit to being part the Live Happy team. For crying out loud, Don and I host one of the most popular marketing podcasts that is on iTunes today, which I can't even believe that still. And we do this training. We have we have all this stuff at our fingertips. And so Don and I have we actually just today, some of you may follow us. You might not even have a clue who we are, but we have more than 60 hours of free training that we've put out since April. 60 hours at least, right? I mean, and that's just our live events. That doesn't include our podcasts, right? So we've put out tremendous amounts of training, and we just made an announcement today that we're making a major change in our webinars that we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to continue to do our free trainings every single Tuesday, but Thursdays is now going to be reserved for some very special people. We have a small group that we mentor of people that have different businesses, but then we also have this incredible team that's growing. So what we're going to do, for those of you that are ready to join and are ready to get started right now, we're going to give you access. Number one, not just, you're going to get access to Isagenix and to this team, which I don't think you really need anything more than that. But we just can't help ourselves, right? I mean, Don, you and I are just like compelled to do this.
We have to. We got stuff. We got to give it away.
We do. So if you're joining the Live Happy team, okay, if you're joining with any of the three of us, right, in this organization, we are going to give you access. Well, let me just say it this way. You've got to join at the President's Pack or higher, okay? So anyone that joins with us at the President's Pack or higher is going to get access to our our private Thursday hangouts, where we're going to teach you social media, we're going to teach you how to promote your business, we're going to teach you how to grow a following, we're going to teach you how, with one simple ad that Don and I ran, how just absolutely bonkers results we've gotten in this business already. Okay, we're going to teach that, and you're also going to get access to our incredibly popular 3.5-hour course on avatars. Now, you might not know what the heck an avatar is, but an avatar is your ideal customer. It's gonna help you market. It's gonna help you make sure that you're not one of those people who goes to the gas station and does the 3-foot rule, and like people run away from you at parties and your family doesn't want to talk to you. Like, we're gonna help you not be that person. And both of those things are probably I would say at least a $500 value for both of those things that we're going to give to anyone who joins the Live Happy team at the President's Pack or higher. So, Dawn, did I miss anything?
No, I think you're good. I mean, if we've got stuff, we'll give it to you. We've got lots of training, and so I mean, no matter how you want to build your business, if it's with Facebook, if it's with Instagram, if it's with Pinterest, whatever you want to do, we're definitely here to support you in all of your online efforts. Dan has got some crazy things that he does with his team. I know that he does video challenges and all kinds of awesome stuff. So you're just joining up with a group of people that has a really cool skill set. Now, the thing that I think is really cool and unique about this situation too, though, is that we're not the top of the food chain. We aren't the people with the best results. But we have the people with the best results giving us their 100% support. And so when you join into our team, whoever invited you here should be technically on our team, and that means you're financially linked to Jeff and Nancy. And so what they have offered is to open up their personal Facebook group, their Facebook mentoring group, for the team Awaken Your Extraordinary, where they've got mentors and leaders in there who have questions and answers for all kinds of business questions, whether you're building online or offline, or you want to do a hybrid of both. You have got access to people who clearly know what they're doing. You don't make $1 million in network marketing without figuring a few things out along the way. So we've got their mentoring and expertise as well. So I just think this is such a unique opportunity, really unique timing, because it's ground floor, a company that's actually in momentum, not just talking about it, because they all talk about it, but they rarely ever hit it. But very few companies ever hit true momentum. And so the company is in momentum. It's like ground floor. You're starting from scratch with us, but we're starting with a company that's stable, that's not going to go out of business, that's not going to forget to pay you every couple of months. It's just a really good, solid company, and it's something you can be proud of. It's something that when you sell it to somebody, when you share it with somebody, they're going to get amazing results. If they don't, the company stands behind the products 100%, 30-day money-back guarantee. 30-day money-back guarantee on food products, guys. Could you go to the grocery store right now, go buy yourself a nice chicken and a salad, and then take it back and be like, yeah, I didn't really get the results I thought I was going to get from this chicken. I'm going to need my money back? Wouldn't happen. wouldn't happen. So it's just a really amazing, unique company. Tracy, Nancy, Danny, anything to add?
Click the button and join the team. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, there's a button on this page to click and join. It's pretty simple. All you need to do is just select your select your country, select the country that you're in, and join as an associate. It's going to take you through the sign-up process, and then you're just going to look for the President's Pack, buy it, put it in your cart. It's like if you shop on Amazon, this will be an easy process.
Awesome.
Awesome. Got anything to add before we close out, Dan?
No, I'm pretty good. You know, we've got some. I always like to say this. This is something that I believe in. I believe that it's important for people to dream big, and everybody here on the panel, you know, we all have really big dreams. You know, if your dreams are really big, it's very easy for people to align themselves with you guys. So you guys, I just want to, to let everybody know that's watching this. You know, your dreams aren't too big. You know, for us, you know, we're sky isn't the limit. You know, we're going far beyond that. So join the team, click the button, let's roll. And look forward to the weeks to come, months to come, and even the years to come.
Guys, my notifications are starting, so welcome to the team, to our new members. I can see that people are joining. Isagenix has a really cool app that lets you know whenever new people join, so that's something that you're going to grow to love, is hearing the sound of your phone go off to let you know that your team is growing. Awesome, guys. Nancy and Jeff, do you guys have anything to add?
Absolutely, guys. So we just wanted to, again, thank you for letting us be a part of this. You can hear me? Am I off mute?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. So we just wanted to thank you for letting us be a part of this launch for you guys, and we're very proud to be a part of this team. You know, and we talk about support. Nancy's in the other room right now. She had to take off a little bit early because she's sponsoring another call for the team to help them along as well. So she's off doing that. But I just wanted to encourage everybody that's on the line, that's us listening. You know, for us, we often talk about the belief system. There's just 5 beliefs that we believe in that you need to have to be successful in this business. You need to believe in the company. You need to believe in the compensation plan. You need to believe in the product. You need to believe in the industry. And you need to believe in yourself. So if for any reason, at any one of those, there's a doubt in your mind, don't sit on that doubt. Talk to Don, talk to Tracy, talk to Dan. If they can't answer it, they'll talk to us. We'll answer those questions for you, because this could be a 6-hour call. There's so much information I would love to share with you when we talk about the legacy of the company, how the company is fostering their son to be the new CEO, and so it goes on forever. You can will this money to your children. How the products, the designer of the product, he is the best designer. He's the mineral man. In the entire world, people renowned. Michael Colgan's involved in the company. Any athlete in the world goes to see him to talk about protein. He sponsors our protein. There's so many things we could talk about for hours. So if there is a doubt, ask the question. We'll help you along. We'll educate you so that you can decide. So again, thank you so much for letting us be a part of this, guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Jeffrey. And you'll have to thank Nancy. And I'm looking forward to giving you guys a hug in real life next week. Yeah. Tracy, you're beautiful.
I love you, Don. See you on this camera all the time. We're just so excited to have all of you. I just want to encourage our team, that those of you that are on, check the team Facebook group for details on what I just announced with the bonuses. So check details on that. And then if you're still here, I know you're here because you're just hanging on every word. And we're just excited. We're going to do something really special. I'm telling you, we're going to do something really, really special. So don't take too long. Just join us, get part of this family, and we're going to see some awesome things come from this whole team. And I think the next time we have one of these, we're going to have a panel full of people that are hitting crazy ranks, Don, and we're going to have to, announce all sorts of awesome stuff. So, Jeff, we are so excited that you're here. I can't wait for you guys to come to Colorado so you can teach me to climb, because now I can go down. So, we're ready, everybody. We're ready to have
lots of... It's so exciting. I want to enroll again, and just to take advantage of all your bonuses and all your mentoring.
You guys will get it anyways. You guys are welcome to come.
Awesome. All right.
Awesome. Okay. Well, if do you see any questions in the
No, we look good. We look good. I think the only questions we might have can be answered for our team members that are here to go into the group, like I mentioned. So I just put a post in our Live Happy group. So head on over there for if you're already on the team. If you're not on the team, then join the team, and then we will welcome you into our private Facebook group, and you'll get the scoop there as well. So.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here, and you know, thanks for bearing with us through our technical difficulties. This has been awesome. We're excited. We're excited to lock arms with you. So, looking forward to seeing those notifications come through and welcoming you to the team.
Have a great night, everybody.